Hi guys, welcome to the Career Sprints YouTube channel. My name is Rohit and I want to give you 6 reasons why your PMP application might get rejected and why you should consider using a professional company to get your PMP application reviewed and rewritten. So let's dive in and look at those 6 reasons. Reason number 1, you're unable to differentiate between what is project work versus operational work. This is one of the primary reasons for PMP application rejections. In fact, a lot of the PMP exam candidates who come to us tell us that PMI rejected their application because they thought it was operational work. You should be able to articulate in your PMP application that the work you did was actually project work and not operational work. Reason number 2, you've done far too many projects. Another major reason for PMP application rejections is that you've played only a small role in various projects. This means that you do not have substantial information to show in the projects you worked in. Additionally, it can become a lengthy and a cumbersome effort to write your PMP application since you have to show so many projects on it. This means that your chances of making a mistake in your application increases significantly, which can result in a rejection or a return by PMI of your application. Reason number 3, you feel overwhelmed looking at the information requested in the application and are unsure of how to supply the requested information. Now, PMI expects you to fill the application using a specific format. If you do not follow that format, then PMI is immediately going to reject your application. Therefore, it is critical that you take the time and the effort to write the application in a format acceptable to PMI. We've seen in our experience that a lot of PMP applications get rejected just because they seem unclear and are not in the format requested by PMI. Reason 4, you've not done projects in a conventional setting. A conventional setting is one such as a corporate or a company environment or a traditional organizational setup. Now, we get applications from small business owners, real estate brokers, people who've not worked in a regular job, or people who've done some projects for local clubs or communities. Such applications can get tricky because you may not know what type of work you've done, which could qualify as project work, or you may not have worked in a team, or your work may involve multiple layers of complexity because it was not done in a traditional setup. In such cases, it is always useful to get your application run through by a professional company such as ours who can review and rewrite your application accordingly and ensure that your application does not get picked up for an audit or does not get rejected. Reason number 5, English is not your first language, but you're submitting your application in English. If you're the person who's trying to submit his or her application in English, but you're not confident about writing your application in that language, then you should consider a company like us to write your application for you. We've written applications for several candidates for whom English was not their first language and helped them get their application approved. Think of it this way. If PMI reviewers do not understand what you've written in your application, they are not going to approve it. So it is better to avoid that headache and use a professional company like us to get your application written and have that peace of mind. Reason 6, your PMP application has been rejected once before. If your PMP application has been rejected once in the past by PMI, then there is a high chance that your application is going to be picked up by them for an additional audit and scrutiny. This means that PMI is going to be extra careful in reviewing your application while deciding its fate. In fact, we've seen applications of several candidates where their application was rejected once previously, they made a few edits here and there, they tried to resubmit their application only to be disappointed again. In such a case, it is better to use a professional company such as us who's written several applications of people from various industries and help them get their application approved. If these are the reasons that are hindering your goal of becoming a PMP, then you must consider our PMP application review and rewrite services, which is a major hit amongst various first-time and rejected PMP exam candidates. Feel free to go and check out our reviews. And we've written applications for people from various industries such as banking, manufacturing, insurance companies, financial services, IT organizations, marketing projects, people who work for the government, people who work in private companies, business owners, and even for the not-for-profit sector. It will be useless to study for the PMP exam only to later realize that your application is not being accepted. So get your application out of the way as quickly as possible. That will be the smart thing to do. And if you did enjoy this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more PMP certification videos. Good luck with your PMP exam.